we just want to show you this exercise we've been doing with Max and Angus. Go to your mat, down. And of course, he already goes down before I even say it because that's all he ever does on the mat, but you still want to say it. The more you say it when he's doing it, the more you'll have it in other places. So even if you think he's going to do that, you say it anyway. And what I've been doing is doing this exercise while they're right next to each other. Good. And of course, I have to have this little fence between them because if they were just running around, Angus would try to get to the treats and he would step on Max and it wouldn't work well. So we're doing it like this, but it's still good because we're having them both get used to each other in very close quarters, used to being, right here, come here buddy, come here. Trying to lure him over closer to them. See how he scrunches up the mat like that? And I like to have the mat, okay, I like to have the mat straight and not all bunched up, so I'm just going to reset him down. That's much better. Good. So we're getting the dogs used to being with each other, really close to each other, but being calm. And I might even do this for just a couple of minutes with each dog, but every time that I do it, I always practice that basic downstay where I'm walking around. So there's really two distractions. There's me, and then there's the other dog with them. And then you always reward good by putting it on the mat like that, and he waits until I withdraw. So see how I'm putting it there? Good. And he doesn't grab it out of my hand. He waits till I put it there, and then he takes it off the mat. And then I always practice on both. No. Make sure that he really waits until you actually allow him to get up. You might have to say it again. Down. Okay. Make sure that you're the one that has the idea for him to get up. And then, let's see, I'm going to have to pull this mat back like this so I have room. Okay, come on, buddy. Sit, go, down. You want to have him have the other side, get used to having each dog be used to, having the other on both sides. So we do it on his right side and we do it on his left, because if you only practiced on one side, that's the way they are, they'll only be good on one side. And Angus has gotten tired of running around, so he's plopped down right now. And I don't have to do it for the whole time that I usually do it. Good, I just wanted to show you an example of what we do every day with them and how this is one of the ways that we've gotten them used to being around each other and being calm. No. And this is the thing with Max. Down. Okay. You might have to do just that if he's always jumping the gun and anticipating that you're about to let him get up and not waiting for you. Do just exactly what you saw me do. I put him back, I stepped on a leash, I put him back, I said down, he went back, and then I released him when he was really waiting. Okay. Now we're with Angus now. Go, down. So the mat exercise to practice this is a great way to teach them a very quick downstay, because now they'll do it without the mat as well. But you always practice with the mat. The mat is an extra stabilizing part of this exercise. If you're going to do this exercise, do it on the mat, because they've only, good boy, they have only done this downstay with each other when they're on the mat. Therefore, when one of them's on the mat, they're going to be super calm with the other one around them, which gives them a chance to get used to every day having a period of calmness while the other one runs around really close to them. Good, which of course adds to their being socialized with each other and becoming used to just being with each other every day. And all I'm doing is walking around doing that downstay. And of course, we would do this, good, we would do this for 3 or 4 minutes on each side. Okay, he has a better downstay sit than Max. So he's not always anticipating like Max is. So we don't have to worry about him popping up before I release him. Go to your mat, down. You never repeat a command. If he doesn't do it, you just reinforce it. For some reason, he's probably because I'm talking. Usually when I'm training them, I'm not talking to the camera, and we don't have a camera there. And you know, if he's kind of crowding the mat, good. You can lure him back so that he has a little bit of room on the mat, because it's a big mat, and there's no reason for him to be all bunched up at the front like that. Good. Make sure, just like with Max, that you're putting the reward down on the mat. Good. So we'll end this right now, just with one last little walk around, downstay, and a reward. Nope. Nope. Good. Make sure he doesn't touch your hand. Make sure he takes the reward off the mat. Okay. Sit. This is how you end it. Bring him off, have him sit. Go. Let him be free, then he's free. And like I said, we do this every day with them like this. We do it both sides. And you can also, if you have another person, you can also have one on the mat and the other person with the other dog on a leash walking around. That would actually be easier in this, because you could be farther away. You don't want to get too close, because you know the other dog's going to want to get the treats that you're putting on the mat for the dog on the mat. So be careful with that. But of course, there's all kinds of variations of this that you could make up on your own. But make sure that if you're doing this, you keep the other dog 4 or 5 feet away. And good. But if you just did this in a certain way, or even one's in their crate, if you don't have a fence line, one's in their crate and one is on the mat a few feet away, you could do it that way as well. That's another way to do it if you really just didn't have a fence line. Okay, let's go. Good. And this is also something we do every day. After we do our little training session, we just let them run around, and I practice another exercise while they're all hyped up and happy to be free. I practice, and they need to be away from me, so once they go over farther away, I can say, come. And I practice calling them to come. Good. So let's say once you get really comfortable at your house and they're playing, or sometimes they don't really play, but they do start hanging out together after a while and just kind of being around each other for half an hour, 45 minutes or so out here. I can come out and I can call them from across the yard. Max is right at the camera person, and Angus is already here. Come! Good. They've gotten used to each coming to one of my hands. And I've been really careful with keeping the food apart. I haven't had any problem with them wanting to grab the other's reward or anything, and being jealous with the rewards. But still, I would just, if I were you, do the same thing. They're used to it. You don't want them right together like that, trying to get the reward out of your hands. See if we can do this one more time. We might be cutting out some dead air here to show you a few of these, because obviously they're accustomed to this exercise we do. Come. Oh, there you go. Good. Because I do this every day, now they're used to this. When they're with me, I am not an object to guard. I'm in charge, because whenever they're with me out here, I tell them to do stuff, and they do the same thing equally, both of them at the same time, and I'm calling the shots. And worst case scenario, I'm leaving the leashes on them so that I can take the leashes and control them better. But in this case, we're not having that problem. Come! Call them again. And we can take the leashes and we can say, sit. and have them do a little sit stay. And then just for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, go and add that to our little exercise. Just doing simple things like that can really add a lot of structure to their lives and really make them perceive you as, hey, he's in charge, she's in charge. When we're running around the yard, we're not going to like chase each other away from that person. We're not going to guard them like they're a possession or an object. That person is in charge of us because you keep on, if you tell them what to do, and Max is way on the other side of the yard. Come! Good boy. If you tell them what to do, and they do it, then you must be in charge. Sit. Go. Something as simple as that can really make all the difference in the world as far as how they get along, how you set up their relationship in your environment. And as you practice the downstays, things like that, you can even do those with downstays as well. They're not quite ready to do that. I can do it singly, but side by side, they're not quite ready to do that. But you can, keep practicing and they'll get better and better. Good. Sit. Greeting routine. We have him sit. We hand the new person a little treat. We say, go say hi. He takes the treat. I say, come. I call him back to me. I got the reward in my right hand. I grab the leash with my left. Sit. Never repeat the command. See, when he did an SIT, the first time I said it, like he paused, he probably didn't even see it. I just gently pulled up a little bit. All he knows is he heard it once, and he ended up going there. Go say hi. Come. So I'm doing all the training. Sit. Side by side, so the two dogs are really used to being focused and doing work with us when they're around each other. Go. Come. One more time. Good. Sit. And then you can also throw in your sit stays too. So call them to come to you, have them SIT, do the walk around sit stay, hand the treat to the person, go say hi, come, and then call them back. So you can do that too. That's a good variation. Sit. So you do a greeting routine. You can just do it with people he knows, and it's half your training right there. You got the come command you're practicing, you've got the sit stay, you've got the go command, so it's half the training right there, just in that little exercise. Doing our little greeting routine with Angus. No, when he pops up and he walks over before you release him, you say no, you step into him, put him back. Now he'll get it. Go. Come. Come on, buddy. Oh, she dropped it on the ground. Good. Come here. Sit. One piece this time. And make sure he waits. He has an anticipation in this situation. He's anticipatory where Max isn't. So it's funny because Max is anticipatory on the mat. He isn't, but in this situation it's reversed. Go to your mat. Go say hi. Come. Good. Sit. So Max is really excited. He was even chewing on his leash for a second, which they never really have their leashes on for that long of a period of time. It's only when I'm out there in the yard with them. So they're busy running around together, sniffing, doing whatever else. So you'll see him chewing on a leash like he was there. He doesn't do that normally. If he did, we'd be losing a lot of leashes. But I think just he's excited because of the situation here and the camera person and me talking a lot. And with this greeting routine, we'll just do this little sit stay with Angus where he knows he's supposed to stay there. And you know, the hard part of this is the dog needs to accept you walking behind them both ways, which a lot of dogs can't do, so that's why we practice that a lot. Go say hi. One last time. Come. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Sit. So that's the greeting routine, and it's great for introducing new people. You want to do that on neutral territory, lead them out in front of your house on the driveway, sidewalk, whatever. Then you come inside with those people. It works so much better if you do it on neutral territory. Then come into your house and maybe, no, we're still in a sit stay while I talk. So I might have to say it again. Sit, because he got kind of stuck and forgot what he was supposed to do. It's the worst place to introduce these dogs to somebody is inside your house, because it's a smaller, cramped area. It's an area they see as their own. You just have somebody in there that they don't know, or somebody that doesn't come around very often. They're going to be on edge. So you always introduce out on neutral territory, have that person give them some special treats, chicken breast or whatever it is. Go, let's let them be free. And then come inside. It just works out so much better. And then one more time inside where the people give them treats and tell them not to touch them or do anything. And over time, they'll become really relaxed with new people if you follow that routine and do that a bunch of times. And you can kind of undo the anxiety that over time Angus has developed with some people that come into your house. And you know, if people come to your house and the only thing that happens is they give him treats and they don't try to touch him, he's going to start to become relaxed, and later on people will be able to pet him. But you kind of have to rebuild that relationship with Angus and new people in your house. You want to start the relationship from day one with Max and new people in the house so that he never gets to that point. So from day one, do that with Max. Do it with Angus now so that he gets, you know, less nervous with people that come into your house.